News from the 7 counties of South Central Missouri. It's Ozark Radio News with News Team 7.
For Ozark Radio News, I'm Tom Hoagland. A woman from Winona is sentenced to 3 years in prison for her involvement in the 2023 murder of a man from Iowa. Heather McClendon and Kyle Sabri were charged with murder after the victim, Sean Kiger, was found shot in the head near Highway E in Shannon County. McClendon pleaded guilty in court today to a lesser charge of tampering with physical evidence. According to investigators, McClendon purchased a firearm from a local gun shop on behalf of Kyle Sabri, the suspected shooter, because Sabri was a convicted felon and legally prohibited from buying firearms. A West Plains man fired after pressure from state lawmakers, budget approval reaching a stalemate in the Missouri House when the Budget Committee told the State Public Defender's Office that employment of David Spears at the West Plains location was something that they could not look past. Spears was charged with child endangerment and hindering prosecution in the 2007 death of his stepdaughter, Rowan Ford. Last month, Ozark Radio News spoke with State Representative Lane Roberts, who is part of that budget committee. He told us that having Spears' salary paid by taxpayer dollars was, quote, just atrocious, end quote. The West Plains Public Defender's Office had no comment for Ozark Radio News when asked about the firing. The Baxter County Sheriff's Office reporting that 58-year-old Danny Paul Witzel of Gassville being held at the Baxter County Detention Center for first-degree murder with bond set at $250,000. Investigators saying he fatally shot 32-year-old Ian Lapio last month on Mountain Loop Road in Gassville, where Lapio was found lying in the street. Crystal Marie Witzel was arrested on felony counts of aggravated assault and terroristic threatening and misdemeanor count of third-degree battery in connection with the incident. She's being held at the same jail on $25,000 bond. Willow Springs police warning of a scam involving someone claiming to be the chief of police. The caller claiming to be Chief Wes Ellison. The Willow Springs Police Department reminding residents that they never solicit money over the phone and want to make sure that no one shares personal information over the phone. For Ozark Radio News, I'm Tom Hoagland. Stay tuned. We'll have a look at sports and weather coming up.
Hayden Machinery is your #1 Takeuchi dealership and heavy equipment supplier for the West Plains area. A multi-line dealer with over 400 machines in inventory, whatever the job is, Hayden Machinery has the right fit for you. Need service and product support? Hayden Machinery has you covered with their in-house parts and service department. Downed rig? Their field technicians can help you with that too. They understand your needs on and off the job site. Go check them out at Hayden Machinery, where they've been valuing relationships over profits since 2008.
News Team 7.
Thank you for that news update. Good afternoon. This is Curtis Ballou with Ozark Radio News and News Team 7 for your sports. Tonight on Ozark Radio Sports, we will have Class 3 District 10 girls basketball. Thayer will take on Willow Springs at 5:30, and Liberty will try to best Licking at 7 p.m. The girls' tournament is at the Kabul Gym this year, and the games will be aired on KUKU 100.3. Last night, the Grizzlies took on the Mineral Area Greyhounds. The Greyhounds got out to a 14-point lead at one point in the first half, and the Grizzlies had that dwindled down to 6 by halftime. The Grizzlies came out in the second half ready to shoot, and they answered every point the Greyhounds shot and some. The Grizzlies fought for every point, but fell short 69-66. The Hearst sharpshooter of the game was Ryan Richardson, who drained 3 shots from behind the arc, and the Don's Auto Service player of the game was Urji Hunami, who had 17 points and made some unbelievable plays in the second half. The Grizzlies head to State Fair on Saturday. After a tough season, University of Missouri women's head basketball coach will step away from the program at the conclusion of this season. In her 15 seasons at Mizzou, Pinkton has guided the Tigers to 22 wins over teams ranked in the top 25, with 7 wins over teams ranked in the top 10, including a 2021 victory over number 1 South Carolina, which was Mizzou's first victory over the nation's top-ranked team in program history. Pinkton currently ranks second in program winning percentage at 53% and victories with 249. Pinkton right now has no plans of moving on to another coaching position, but feels she is ready to move on to another chapter. For more sports, run over to ozarkradionews.com/sports. Stay tuned in for the weather update with Drew Joyce. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Curtis Ballou, signing out.
CHC Home Center, right here, right now.
Your
floors see a lot of action. They're your child's playground, where you dance in the kitchen, and sometimes it's your home office and even the dining room. Your floors get all the traffic. At CHC Home Center, we make new flooring easy. Easy to install, easy to clean, and even easy on the wallet. See the flooring options available at CHC, right here, right now.
CHC Home Center, right here, right now.
News Team 7.
Thank you for that sports update, Curtis. Good afternoon. I'm Drew Joyce with Ozark Radio News and News Team 7 in the Weather Center. Get out and enjoy this beautiful weather as we are having a high today in the upper 60s with some strong winds and a low tonight of 37 in the overnight hours. Tomorrow we look for sunny weather in the low 70s. For more weather information, go to ozarkradionews.com/weather and check out daily and weekly weather updates, closures, delays, and more. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Drew Joyce.
For more news, visit ozarkradionews.com.